Dodger dugout. Boo MF and who, baby. Boo hoo. Too bad. You didn't like a home run got hit off y'all. He didn't look in your dugout. He looked in his own. We keep finding ourselves in these situations with baseball where a guy earns something by hitting a home run off one of the greatest pitchers of all time. The San Diego broadcast was running these Sandy Koufax, Clayton Kershaw comparisons. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, Sandy Koufax was nice.
Kershaw was better.
Right. Right. And this guy smashes a home run off of him. I'd be proud too. This is one of the greatest pitchers of all time. And I just took him deep, and I took him deep hard. And we need to win this game. I'm going to poke my chest out because I need to get my team pumped because now it's 1-1. We back even. Let's ball. And now everybody's mad.
Yesterday Browner was like, hey, it's okay if we're just in second place. Yeah. We don't have to worry about it. We're still in the play.
See, that's not what I said, but okay.
What these guys did last night, these guys did what San Diego sports fans were asking for last night. They played with attitude. They made a comeback. They blew it open. And they didn't do it like, oh, we're just so lucky to be San Diego with our much smaller budget and we'll never be able to keep up with those guys. They did it with swag. And when you say that Grisham looked into the dugout, I'm still trying to figure out what everybody's talking about here. As he's rounding third and going to home, is he not looking inside the Dodger dugout?
I'm talking about during the home run, the initial portion of the home run. Right.
Right. So he hits the home run. He stands there. He just is like, you're damn right I just did. I just cranked one off of Clayton Kershaw. I'm going to first stand there and admire it. Then I'm going to throw my bat. And then as I go to first base, I'm going to look at Clayton Kershaw like, yeah, that's right. And as he's rounding every base, it seems like Grisham's got something to say. And then he makes some sort of sign.
He counts his home runs on his fingers.
Okay. And now he's talking to the Dodgers dugout, right? Okay. And here's the thing, Browner. That's what I was talking about yesterday. You can either be happy to be in second place, or you can have some attitude like we're trying to take over first place. And it wasn't just like, hey, I'm a nobody. Nobody's ever heard of me. I'm a nobody for the Padres, and you're Clayton Kershaw, and I have to be really super respectful because you're an awesome pitcher, and I'm a nobody. It's like, first I'm looking at you, then I'm looking at you, and then when I come back around, I'm looking at all of you guys in the dugout too, like, suck it. And that's the attitude San Diego sports fans have been dying for. And they finally found it last night. No second place here, man. You got to go for it.
Now let's make a correction. I never said that they shouldn't go for it. I simply said if they don't win the series, the season is not over. It doesn't mean that you can't compete. What I saw last night was a sign that they're going to compete regardless of what happens, which is what I already knew. But I was speaking from a fan perspective because what have we talked about all year? The sky is going to fall at some point. We're going to get chicken littled at some point. The sky is going to fall, and we're going to lose. Somebody's going to get hurt. The roster's going to get COVID. Don't allow the outside fear of the past come get you. Look at what you did last night. They blew that thing open, and the Dodgers have a great pen. So if you can start scoring on the pen, and Max Muncy can start playing like Bill Buckner, you in there.
And since we're bringing up Max Muncy and we're bringing up the whole we're bringing this whole thing up.
You like that?
Okay.
You like that? Yeah.
That's ridiculous, but funny. You were saying, Alex?
No, I was saying I think it's so stupid that the Dodgers and Dave Roberts specifically have an issue with what Grisham did because of what the Dodgers did last year to Madison Bumgarner. They did the exact same thing. Muncy hits a home run in San Francisco, hits it into the ocean.
Dude, crushes the ball.
Bumgarner gets all butt hurt because he always does, and everybody hates Bumgarner for it.
Yeah. Bumgarner's yelling at him as Muncy takes off, and he's just jogging to first base. There's Bumgarner yelling at him, "Run, you mother effer, run!" Oh, you got the video.
And this is headed to the water. And Bumgarner's yelling at Muncy. He's telling him to run.
Nice. And then Muncy's like, "Oh, come get some." Tough guy.
Wait, are those people in the stands?
That was last night.
Is that natural ambiance? Oh my God.
That was not piped in crowd noise, dude. No, For those of you watching, we're playing these highlights. Hopefully we don't get pulled down from YouTube today. Alex is being very careful with how long he's letting these highlights run. Yeah, for those of you that are listening, you're hearing some of this play-by-play. But that's just it. Muncy last year hits a bomb off Baumgartner, and Baumgartner starts it, to be sure, okay? Right. But Muncy's definitely egging him on. And so you're saying that you think it's ridiculous that the Dodgers...
It's ridiculous because of the follow-up. It's what he told Baumgartner and said, go get it out the damn ocean if you have a problem with it, right? Okay, that's hilarious. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And then when you go out and you make these shirts for those that are watching and you own it, that you make a shirt of what you talk trash to Baumgartner about, then you can't turn around and be pissed off when it happens to your pitcher. You cannot have it both ways, dude.
Put the picture back up on the screen. For those of you that are listening on radio or you're on podcast, Muncy's wearing a t-shirt inside like a batter's practice at Dodger Stadium that says, get it out of the ocean, which is what Muncy said to Baumgartner.
That's awesome.
Have you ever seen like a YouTube breakdown? There's this guy, he's got over 1 million views.
John Boy?
Yeah. He takes the video, he shows it to you, and then he slow-mos it and breaks down what they're saying to each other because he's reading their lips. And it's hilarious commentary.
It is. He's really good, dude. But my only point about Muncy, not even Muncy, because he wasn't part of it yesterday. He was part of the errors, so thanks for that, Muncy, was Roberts. Like, you didn't have an issue with them doing that last year because it's your team. So what? Bumgarner doesn't deserve the same respect Kershaw does? Bumgarner's got more World Series than Kershaw does. Bumgarner's World Series MVP. So that's where it just becomes an issue. And I think what the real issue is, I think Roberts has a real issue with the Padres organization as a whole because of his whole background here. Let's not forget, Roberts is the guy that pushed Andy Green a couple of years ago and tried to fight the coach. So I think Roberts has a real built-up frustration and anger towards the Padres.
All right, I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to tell you where I disagree with you on this. And I can't wait to hear what Browner is going to say about this. Okay. I don't think Dave Roberts has so much a hard-on for the Padres anymore. I think Dave Roberts has accepted the Dodger world that he lives in. And when you are with the Dodgers, here's what you think of yourselves. We got the most classic stadium. We got the history of the organization. We got a massive fan base and following. We are one of the, if not, close to the top of the richest organizations in baseball. We can spend money on any player we want. We rake it in. And by the way, over the last 7 years, through ownership change, we have become the best franchise on the West Coast. San Francisco had been, the Dodgers now are. The 7 years of division titles, that's who we are. So the Dodgers think of themselves as the Lakers do, as the Yankees do, as the Cowboys do. The Dodgers are in that stratosphere of arrogance, organizationally speaking. So now you look at the Padres, and now that you're Dave Roberts and you've gone from little San Diego where nobody spends money and nobody wins to big LA where everybody spends money and you're expected to win and you are, Dave Roberts is looking at Grisham like, do I know you? Who are you? You see, so that guy right there, that's Clayton Kershaw. Okay. And he is well respected around Major League Baseball as one of the greatest pitchers of this era. He's somebody. And you, Grisham, you're freaking nobody. You're little puny San Diego, and you just got lucky and you hit a big home run. Act like you've been there before. Get your ass in the dugout and show Clayton Kershaw the respect that he deserves. If anything, be appreciative that you just hit a bomb off of a superstar. How dare you taunt him or us? So here's my pushback. Dave and the Dodgers still have that, we're LA, we're the Dodgers, you're a nobody, you're just the Padres. And the reason Padre fans loved what happened last night is because Grisham, on his own, said a giant F you to all of the Dodgers, the players, the organization, the fans, and how dare some nobody say that to the Dodgers? That's what I think happened last night.
He also gave them a literal FU as well, so that works as well too. I think that what we saw last night was a case of new money versus old money. New money don't know how to act. New money buys really fancy cars. Old money buys property. New money buys a brand new watch. Old money invest. That's new money around in third base. We got this. And we finna tell you we got it. You know why we got to tell you we got it? Because we just got it. The Dodgers been had Clayton Kershaw, so they want you to respect their legacy. They want you to respect their history. The new money Padres, we about to go to the club and make it rain. We finna let y'all know we ain't here. We finna stand on the couch. We finna pop bottles, okay? We finna do the thing. It's lit. Not if you the Dodgers. You finna sit back on your estate and relax. You don't want the new neighbor making all this noise with their music. You don't want the new neighbor tearing up the neighborhood. But that's what Padres doing.
But you also don't want to piss off the Padres when it comes to celebrating home runs. Well, we've seen what's happened since the Rangers did it. They're 18-5 since the Rangers drama with the grand slams happened. So if you really want to get on the Padres' bad side, you talk trash about the way they celebrate home runs and then see what happens. Now, the follow-up is tonight, because you can't do what you did yesterday, and you can't get all cocky and confident and have your fan base go crazy if you go out and lay an egg tonight. Now, tonight becomes like the biggest game. You want to make a statement? You'd made it. You want to own it and you want to be the top dog? You got to go out and perform tonight.
Who gets hit? Who gets hit? Does Grisham get hit tonight?
Yeah, let's try. Okay, you ready? Do the Dodgers retaliate in any way?
Depends.
If they do, you know it's real. If they do, you've got their attention. I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
It depends on the situation. I don't think they're going to come out and do it right away. They have a pitcher, Tony Gonsolin, who's pitching, who's pretty good. But I think if the situation arises where the Dodgers see themselves with the lead, then they'll do it. Like, why not? If the Dodgers, I don't think like Grisham's first at bat, they're going to be anything thrown. Also, the second time he came, or the time he came to at bat after the home run, they couldn't do anything then because it was like bases loaded or like two guys on, so he couldn't really retaliate. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it if the situation is right. They're not going to do it in like his first at bat though.
See, I don't know if they'll do anything because they've had their chance to retaliate against the Houston Astros
and done nothing.
Who they thought.
What do you mean?
Stole the
with Joe Kelly.
Yeah, another thing where they made T-shirts and murals and embraced talking trash. Freaking hypocrite Dodgers, dude. But
seriously, like they had one guy take matters into his own hands, and they haven't done anything since that.
Calling them pushovers?
I'm just saying that I don't think that Dave Roberts is going to be in that clubhouse selling retaliation. I think, again, think about what I'm going to call the way LA perceives San Diego, the way the Dodgers perceive the Padres. I bet you Dave Roberts is in that clubhouse going, hey, guys, we don't battle down with them. They got lucky last night. They made a couple of plays, okay? We're not here to go hit some nobody to start a fight to screw up our team. Let's go out there tonight. Let's take care of our business. Let's win the game. And tomorrow night, we'll come down here and we'll just crush their souls and we'll beat them 2-1. We'll win the series and we'll get out of here. And we'll teach them what reality is. I just don't think Dave Roberts is a guy who's going to push retaliation. I think he'll push peace, as I think he has against the Astros.
Well, look at your boys and look at your coworkers in Los Angeles. They're talking about, do the Dodgers have a new rival in the Padres? And your coworker Travis Rogers says yes. So maybe that mentality is now out the window, Scott, because that new money's in town and you're threatened, and you're threatened by it because you're not the richest guy in town at the moment. Maybe there is retaliation tonight.
What if your belief about Dave Roberts having a stick in his butt for the Padres is true? What if he does have an issue with the Padres? You know what he is going to do? Make sure a message gets sent tonight. If he really got a bone to pick with the Padres, we will find out tonight.
I really hope he does have a bone with the Padres, and I really don't.
Yeah, me too.
And I really do hope he throws at Grisham or somebody.
So do I. Yeah. I want to see the Dodgers retaliate. I want to see the Padres and the Dodgers not necessarily have a bench clearing brawl,
right?
But I just want to see. I want to see that the Padres understand now it's real,
right?
I mean, it's on.